What is up, YouTube? That's here. I'm back bringing you guys more 6v6 Pokemon Scarlet and Violet battles. Love playing this 6v6 format. I just wanted to say before we get into this, we will be doing some VGC very soon. So those of you guys that like VGC, you want to see VGC videos are coming soon. But today we do have a really cool rental team. Again, this team is made by Wifi. There is a link to their channel in the description. Please go check them out. Please drop a sub. Like, seriously, they're the ones that make these teams. They're the ones that have all the really cool content, all the nice bells and whistles. They're the people that know how to play it, and they also are going to be breaking down their EVs at the start of their videos where they use this team. So check out their content. Let them know you came from me. And yeah, other than that, this team is really cool. It's a Drag Mag team. The reason it's called Drag Mag is because it uses a couple dragons, which normally have weaknesses to fairy and ice types, and then a Magnezone, which can punish those fairy and ice types while also pinning those steel types that can potentially give dragons problems. So you can switch into Magnezone. It has Magnet Pull to be able to go for big Thunderbolts and Volt Switches against Corviknights, but also we can Terra Fire with Terra Blast with an HP, sorry, not HP, but a Fire type Terra on this Magnezone. Magnet Pull traps their steel types, prevents them from switching, so we can just get those steel types off the board and then continue sweeping with our dragons. We also have Chien-Pao, which is a new legendary Pokemon, which I'm super excited to use. I think this thing's really cool. It hits hard, it hits fast, has a really cool ability, and I hope that it works as well as I hope that it works. It's probably going to get banned in singles, but this Pokemon is nuts, so hopefully we get some wins with it. We're going to hop into the games. Don't forget to answer the question of the day, and wish me luck. Here we go. Okay, I really like this. I don't know what we're going to do versus Hat. If that team actually gets up TR, this is going to be a problem. So if we see the Hat, we're going to have to pivot in Slowking. We might just like lead Magnezone too. Magnezone's probably okay versus a lot of those things. Chien-Pao is another decent lead. I think I might think about leading with this. Its Sacred Sword's so good against Baxcalibur, and against the Scarlet, we might just be able to Sucker Punch that. I'll try it. I think it's definitely worth a shot. But because I think the Hat is probably sashed. So there's like no way that we can one-shot it. Maybe if we really want to, we can Terra the Chien-Pao and go Ice type to get the double dip on our Ice Spinner and our Ice Stab and just try and one-shot it if they're not sashed. That might be enough. With our ability, the like Roar of Ruin or whatever that cuts their defense, we might be able to get it. So Palafin, okay. This thing becomes 0 to hero. It gains like a bunch of new stats when you switch it back in. So that means they're gonna be switching, right? Maybe it has like flip turns or something. But yeah, Sword of Runes the ability. That means I'm just going to SD here then, because like I don't think I have to care. Worst case scenario, it's flip turning, right? Yeah, so it has to pivot. That's good. That's good for me. It's a really cool Pokemon, by the way. Baxcalibur on my SD, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I wonder what they thought we were going to do. It's the most obvious SD I've ever seen in my life. And this thing you can tell right here is an Ice Dragon. So this, what is it? I guess they could Terra to become mono, just like static dragon. But who would do that when I could just Ice Spinner for a lot of damage? Sacred Sword would get the KO. I think we might be able to get the KO though if we double dip it. I'm going to want to Terra this thing anyway, so I might as well do it. And just hit for neutral with like all this and be a solo Ice. Because I think they might be Terraing as well. Because like why else would they want to go into this thing? It's hard to say. I think we have enough with the Swords Dance and the our ability that cuts their defense. We just do a lot of damage. Like, a lot. We do like a lot of damage. I'm trying to imagine that thing kind of like a Kyurem. So Sacred Sword would have gotten the KO. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's so dead. I still need to work on my calcs for this game. You know, I'm trying to... What I like to do when I don't actually look up a lot of these mon stats. I like to get a general idea based off their typings, maybe move pools, maybe some speed carrying so I can figure out in-game what Pokemon they remind me of the most, right? What Pokemon do I think this is? Like this thing, we're gonna take a look at this guy over here. He is a Flash Fire user with Fire Ghost. That's a Chandelure, right? This one also is a physical version. I know that, right? He has swords on his hands, right? So it's a physical Chandelure, right? And so it helps me just try and like match Pokemon to other niches that I already have calcs for. He's gonna either become a solid fire or a solid ghost. I guess I could have been paying more attention. He's becoming... I can't tell what type that is. Oh, she's dragon! Bro, that's clean though! I mean, he's clean enough to live too! That's actually really nice. Bitter Blade. This is a fire move. It still gets a stab. We're dead. Hey, good play. Like, I could have just went with my ice attack. It's a healing move too, right? Big heal. Oh man, that's really good for them. Hey, that's clean. That's clean. I I got no problems with that. That was actually really, really smooth. I expected a Terra type. And what I'm assuming their Terra types aren't going to be like crazy different from what we would expect them to be right now. I think I'm just going to send in Pult and go for a... Oh, we have Meteor. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Sally here. They're a dragon. Because we also need to outspeed it. Like, I don't know if Donphan's fast enough. I don't want to waste that. I think we can actually get the KO with Earthquake. I don't think he's really bulky, but I don't want to waste it. I guess we can just come in and Hex. There's nothing wrong with Hex. Yep. Stabbed Hex should be in more than enough. Because right now, he's a solo dragon type. Kind of thought we had darts. But if we take a look at it right now, see, it's a solo dragon type. And we take a look at his team real quick. The hat's still around. Yeah, we don't want to lock ourselves into like a dragon move or anything either. So Hex is great. I'd love to see a pivot into hat or something. So hopefully this gets a kill. We are spexed. Yeah, this thing's usually a bit of a glass cannon. I didn't just say that because it looked like glass because it was it was terrestrialized. But let's see what comes out. This should keep the hat off our back. This should be Masquerada potentially coming in here. And on Masquerada, we could pivot to a couple different things. Sally's probably the best pivot that we have. Oh, it's hat. That's fine. We're just going to continually Hex. I think Hex is still a really cool option. I think Shadow Ball's probably a little bit better because this is weaker. But this team does have a lot of options for hitting people with status moves. So it makes sense that we still have Hex. But this should be able to get the KO because of specs, unless they're sashed. Oh, is that sash? You just lived it! Oh my gosh, you're never lucky. See, that's that Shadow Ball difference. You gotta have Shadow Ball if you want to get those KOs on hat. This is still fine though, because now we know what we need to outspeed. There's that Tinkerton. This is definitely a setup for Great Tusk. This is a full speed set on this thing, so it should be able to outpace the hat. We can pin the last two mons in the back. And Headlong Rush, just want to make sure. So lowers my defense stats. I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin and get a speed boost on this thing. So remember, Rapid Spin removes hazards, but it also gives you a speed boost. So it's the perfect thing to use in this situation. Because now we're going to potentially even outspeed their last two. And now, it's like putting Dragon Dance on a Garchomp. That's literally what this thing is right now. Because now, we're about to hit hard, we're about to hit fast, and we're about to be big busted. The power of Donphan knows no bounds. Headlong Russian Palafin. That's completely fine. I forgot to add this thing. I think I one-shot it. Actually, I probably don't. But Zero to Hero, you can see he underwent a heroic transformation. He's big now. I think he's big enough. These are the same moves. They're both effective. He's just a water type, I think. I mean, he already maxed. So, I'm going to go CC just in case they want to pivot to Masquerade with like a U-turn or a flip turn or something. And they are fast, like maybe a Scarf set. Alright, let's go. Damage! Oh, dude, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. He's pretty bulky. We might get KO'd here. Hydro. Okay, special. That we're probably dead. Yeah, a good play. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This guy has a real team. You can tell. These are all 100% real sets on this guy. But we still got the big Sally, and they're running out of fairy types to cover. I think we can get the KO with EQ. And they're gonna want to bring in that Tinkerton. And on that pivot, like, we're just gonna EQ here anyways. Yeah, I think this is fine. You don't want to outrage because then we'll be locked into it and we'll have to hit Tinkerton. EQ should get the KO. This thing is freaking beast when it comes to dealing damage. What is this move? Tightening its focus? Are you focus punching me, bro? Not in my house, you're not. Nope. Dude, Sally's so big. And we got that big orb. I think we can one-shot the Tinkerton. I'd be down to try. It's this thing and Meowscarada, and so like we even have Magnezone. Magnezone's great versus that last one. So I think we're okay. It's not Tinkerton, Tink-A-ton. I'm gonna try and one-shot it. Come on, Sally. Oh, it's Mo Breaker, so it's not even Intimidate. That's fine. Let's go. Come on, Salamence. Do it for me. 100 base power. Stab. Not stab. Big Earthquake. You don't even need the stab, yo, dude. That's so much damage, man. I just see, like, we're always talking about, like, what we want to compare things to. That thing's definitely comparable to, like, a Mega Mawile, right? It's very bulky. It's pretty strong, right? It's slow. And now we just get this. Now it's time for Outrage. Outrage 4 days. That was a close game. That was indeed a close game. But Sally, man. So freaking big. And we take those all the way to the bank, yo. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. And we'll take those wins. Good game. Luxray, good Pokemon. Cyclozar is actually a really, really good mon. It gets Regenerator. It can create like subs and pivot. Pyro's not bad. That Tauros is really, really good. And Lucario's not bad either. Let's see. We can trap Lucario with Magnezone. I don't think we're going to need that. Salamence is probably going to roll this over. Let's see. I want to try leading with Chien-Pao, because we don't really need to set hazards with this team. I think Chien-Pao is a solid enough lead, so it's not like we can set the hazards. I just want to see what I can get my sweep on with, because this Pokemon is really, really cool looking. So let's start off strong with one of the new legendaries. Don't forget to answer the question of the day. Don't forget to answer the question today. Let me know if you've beaten the game yet. Have you caught all the legendaries? What do you think? What did you think of the game? So far, I'm personally loving it, and I can't wait to start making my own teams. Using rentals is a lot of fun, too. It really lets me get an understanding of what the meta might be from another player's perspective, which is why I hope you guys like looking at rental teams, too. But Luxray, good lead right off the bat. Get that big Intimidate. Look how cool this thing looks. It looks so cool. I don't know why it's such a low ground shot. What is the camera like on the ground? Sword of Ruin. So it's going to weaken the defense of all surrounding Pokemon. So basically, yes, I'm intimidated, but your defense is dropped. I think I might just SD up. Because, like, what are you going to do about this SD? We tear it into Mono Ice, so we don't need to do that. Let's SD up, yo. SDs, please. That animation, yo, that's where all the money went for this game. Right into that Swords Dance animation. Let me tell you that right there. Thundershock. Okay, all right, so we know the type of game we're going to be getting here. We know the type of game we're going to be getting. We're getting a 6-stock. Easy peasy. Now, Ice Spinner is another really, really cool move. It's an 80 base power, 100% accuracy move. It's actually not that common for, like, the big ice attacks to not have... normally, like, Icicle Crash has lower accuracy. It's why we like this, but it can also remove terrains. So it's pretty good. So, Ice Spinner. Let's go. Oh, he lived it! Yo, sorry, alright, so this is actually funny. This is funny. Everyone's like, you're playing against, like, an in-game team. The in-game teams have EVs that are freaking weird. Like, no one's EV trained to fight against 156 HP, 100 defense, Luxray. This thing's gone though, right? Dumpstered. I guess we could, like, I'm gonna keep calling it Max, but, like, this thing's done so. And then it's actually not that bad. If they wanted to come back in with the Luxray and get a second Intimidate pivot, that'd actually be really, really smart. So let's see what they want to do. But yeah, I do like this Pokemon a lot. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's going to be very, very popular. It's a 135 base speed. It's such a good mon. And there's so many good dragons that it outspeeds. Like, you know what? Let's just Terra and just do this. I just want to see what the Terra looks like on it. Even if this thing was a Yachi Berry, I think it still might go down. We're technically at a +1 attack right now. Off like a pretty decent attack stat too. I think its attack stat's like 115 or something. It looks so cool. Look at it. Ice Cat. Yo, spin these. It does also get Icicle Crash if you want to use Icicle Crash, but I just like not missing my moves. It's nice. It has enough attack to make it work. And remember, it's coming in with that ability that drops things defense. I think that's a static ability, more like pressure, than one like Intimidate that activates like, only on the mon that it's facing the turn you're sent out. So I think we're in a good spot. There's the Lucario. Yeah, you see we have Sacred Sword. They might go for like a Bullet Punch or an Extreme Speed, but Sacred Sword really, really good here. Really good. Oh, are they going pure Steel or pure Fighting? I don't actually know what Lucario defaults to. I'm gonna say it's Fighting, but I think it said Steel right there, right? Is it Fighting? That's fine. Lucario looks sick. It's like I literally reminded him that he could do this. So big Lucario. We are outspeeding it. Oh, he lived! Metal Claw, the Pog. Oh, we gotta sash us up, dude. We're living at 1 HP, baby. We're actually gonna S Sucker Punch in case. The only thing they could do here is Extreme Speed. This would let us outspeed Bullet Punch. Extreme Speed is a +2 priority versus this is a +1. Dude, hanging on by a literal thread. Chien-Pao busted. Busted. Dude, we take these all the way to the bank, man. We take these all the way to the bank. I'm having such a good time playing 6v6 battles. I am going to be playing some 3v3 battles relatively soon. I am going to be playing some doubles, some VGC. For those guys who are still watching this, expecting VGC content, it's coming soon. It just takes a while to beat the game. And then once, like the first team that I make is probably going to be a VGC team. I don't know if this guy gets anything priority-wise. I'm thinking it's like a quick attack. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to be playing some VGC sooner than later. Be on the lookout for some VGC. And, yeah, that's basically it. This game's gonna be a 6-stock. I just wanted to do it, yo. I just wanted to mess them up. This thing could be Scarfed or it could have, I don't know if this thing gets quick attack. I really do not know, but I want the 6-stock with this thing. Let's go. Oh, super effective. I think Pyro is actually a really, really underrated mon. I think it's better in VGC. It gets things like Unnerve, Heat Wave's good, Stab on that multiple AoE hitting Hyper Voice. Very, very good mon. Very, very underrated. You know, there is a little bit of power creep in this gen too, but I still think something like Pyro could be really good. And last but not least, you got the Tauros, another Intimidate. So we're at -1 now, right? So people are also asking like if there was this menu. There is this menu here, so we're at -1. I'm gonna go for it. Let's rock and roll. So this is double to a 180. This is an 80 plus stab plus another one. It's actually still stronger than Sacred Sword. Let's go. Give me a crit. Ooh, that is weak. He's so strong. All right, so they got the KO on this one. They did get the KO. They may have won the battle, but I will win the war. And what are we going to send out next? One time, all we needed was one. Let's see. Let's send out Roaring Moon, the new Mega Salamence-esque looking Pokemon. That looks so freaking cool. Pop the absolutely biggest outrage the world has ever seen. Tauros actually has a good defense stat. This might not get the KO. Okay, or we're just absolutely goated, so we take those. Take those all the way to the bank, and yes, very, very easy first game, but it definitely showed off how to use that new Ice Legendary. I think it's called Chien-Pao, and it definitely shows like the power of getting a Swords Dance off and then the amount of damage you can do and take. We took a few attacks with that thing, so it's actually pretty cool. Get it? It's a nice type. All right, that's a pretty cool looking team. The Quag is going to be harder to beat than I actually want to deal with, I think. I never know if these things are going to have Unaware or Water Absorb, and it's always Water Absorb, but always respect to Unaware. I think I'm going to try and go Chien-Pao again. I think it's just a really, really good mon, and I think it can shred through a lot of those guys. Plus, I think it looks awesome, and yeah, it's been kind of hard to find singles battles today. It was kind of hard to find some singles battles. There's usually a lot of people looking, but I still think people are trying to finish the game, which is why that question of the day was what it was. I know a lot of people are still trying to beat the game. I'm personally still trying to beat the game. I'm using some rentals. I'm going to be breeding a bunch of really, really cool teams once I finish beating the game, but yeah, hopefully we can get to a point where everyone has super competitive teams. I want to fight the strongest people possible because I want to grow as a player as well. So I don't even know what this thing is. What is this thing? Is this thing a super rock? Rock versus ice is a good type for you, my guy. Rock versus ice is a good type for you. Check it out. First time seeing this thing. I thought it said nutsack. I don't think that we'd be able to get the KO with Chien-Pao. I think I'm just going to go to the Magnezone, pivot, and just go for a Flash Cannon. I thought it said nutsack. Okay, so we're switching out. I kind of wish I had U-turn. I don't know if I'd get U-turn, but that would have been really nice to break potential sturdies. Again, I was talking about this before. I really like just seeing what I can see about them without having to look up all their stats and everything, because it gives me, like, if I take an L to something that I wouldn't have seen coming, I can remember that basically forever because of how embarrassing it is that I didn't know something. Let's just go for a Flash Cannon. I just want to see what we tear into. I'm sure it's fire. Oh, that's so good. Terrafire Magnezone, the GOAT. But Flash Cannon should be enough to get the KO, I think. Unless it's Sash or Sturdy. Usually these rock types eventually have Sturdy. They're Sturdy. Cool. I wonder what its ability is. Is it like an ability that like activates Sandstorm upon getting hit? And like living, maybe from like a physical attack? I'm curious. Maybe if you guys know, let me know. Let me know. Man, Magnezone looks huge. I don't remember Magnezone being that big. Alright, Cereal Edge. Okay, so we could go fire. But I think we're okay to pivot here. We could pivot into Slowking. And then from Slowking, we pivot into something else. Let me see, does Pult have... Pult has Hex. I'm actually going to pivot into Pult. Pult can block the fire attack and then repin with Hex. I like that. I wish this team actually had a Mon that had Flash Fire, because we have the Chien-Pao and, what is it, that Magnezone as well. So they're maxing. All right, what are you... Not maxing, it's not Dynamax. It's not Dynamax. Here we go. What are you using? What are we going into? Survey says Fire type. Okay. Not bad, man. They want to do that big damage to Pult, huh? I wonder how much damage Draco does. Flame Charge. Now he's going Speedy Boy. Speedy Gonzalez out here. Nothing wrong with Flame Charge. It's one of the few Pokemon that can actually use Flame Charge correctly, so it's good. And it would have done a ton of damage to Magnezone too, so that's a really, really good play. I think we can just go for a Draco. I want to see how much damage we actually do. I don't think there's a reason to Terra here. So I'm just going to go just big Draco. If we do enough, we do enough, but I don't want to also waste Terraing. Like, that's so much damage. You Pult is so good. Yeah, this thing's a little bit of a glass cannon over there. Those things are a little bit glass cannon. And with this, we're a specs pull. We got a big choice specs. So it's not like we have no damage multiplier. There's a 1.5 boosting our special attack stat. And now we are going to have to switch unless I send out something actually really, really bad. But let's see what they want to send in to pin Pult. What do you guys think they're going to send in? I don't remember if they had any fairies. I know they have their water starter. There it is right there. It's almost like I played the game. It's almost like I played the game. So I guess the only thing that would really happen that would suck here is if the water starter got... I don't think they get any ice moves. We could definitely go into Roaring Moon. I think we could also go into Slacking. There's nothing wrong with going to Roaring Moon, but I think Slacking would also be a good mod to go into because we have the pin with Psychic. I like that a lot. I feel with Salamence, like maybe it does have an ice attack. Oh, they just take the scoop? Dude, they just take the scoop? Yo, we take those wins. They take the scoop, we take the wins. You know what? I'm just going to call it here. There was not a lot of people playing right now. Maybe it's the time of day that I'm recording this, but I have to get a video up. My videos always go live at 5 a.m. PST every single day. So if you guys got this far in the video, please think about dropping a like. Please think about dropping a sub. I would also say we have an amazing Discord community. You guys can join the Discord. It's completely free to join. There's a link to it in the description. We have tons of people. I think there's over 10,000 people in the Discord. All of them are super excited to play Scarlet and Violet. We're trading with each other. We're making new teams. We're all learning together as a community. If that sounds fun for you, think about joining the Discord. And again, thank you guys for watching so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.